Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the long overdue question and answer with my husband Patrick. I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions for us, and so you sent them all in, so we're gonna go through as many as possible and we'll just group like similar ones together, and yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, so one that I saw a couple of times was, what does Paddy do for work?
Well,
this is a video in itself.
Just follow the link here to my YouTube channel.
You joke about that every video you're in, and you don't have anything to actually link for him.
I think the best person to answer this is Elanna. What do I do?
He's an overhead line transmission design electrical engineer, and that's all we're gonna go with. That's it.
So what that means?
So long. There was a lot of questions that you guys were asking. I'm guessing you're newer viewers or new followers about how we met and our story, and there is a video on that, so I'll link that down below if you want to know a little bit about us and how we re-met, I guess, and our journey to our wedding. So I'll link that down below and we'll just skip that. But one question here is by Zoe Briers, I'm guessing with a 3 instead of an E. I like it. What trait do you value most about each other, and what countries would you like to visit in the future?
The traits I love about Elanna.
I think just one trait you value the most.
Oh, one trait. I love her exuberance and how in love with life she is. She's very bubbly and a big personality. I love that about you.
Thanks. I love Paddy's gentleness. I guess a guy, when you hear that, you're like, no, I want to be strong, but it is such a good quality trait. It's something that I really admire in Patrick and everyone around him as well. He's like a gentle giant. Literally, he's 6'5". He's kind of a giant. But no, he just has such a gentle heart, and in times when I might be flustered and all over the place, he handles situations with gentleness, and he's just such a kind person.
And where would we like to visit?
Yes, where would we like to visit?
In the future?
Greece.
Everywhere?
Greece for sure.
Yeah, Greece.
And Paris.
And Maldives. And Hawaii. And America. Canada maybe.
Okay, so one very popular question was about our faith. I guess if you've been following me for a while, then you may or may not know that I guess we have a faith. Does that make sense? We're both Christians, grew up very similarly in our, very similar in our beliefs. Both of our parents are Christians, just really similar in the way we grew up, and even our parents' background in their faith is very similar as well. As long as I can remember, I've just always believed in God, and yes, there's been times when I kind of fell off track a little bit, but I kind of always knew in the back of my head, even though maybe I wasn't, full on board with it, but yeah, it's something that we've chosen and we believe in and we stand by, and it's something that's really important in our relationship. If that's something that you believe, whatever you believe, you would know it's something that's very important in a relationship. Just for us, it really does help mold and guide us, I guess.
It's like the foundation of our relationship is our faith. And I think it's something that we're constantly journeying together with God. So yeah, it's good to have a partner who's definitely on the same track and has the same beliefs as you, and I think that's like I would be supported by Elanna in a lot of things in my faith, and likewise I hope that I would help you in your faith as well. So it's like a journey together as well.
It's very important to us, but I think that's like a whole nother video in itself, if we ever do something like that. But yeah, I don't know, leave it at that, and then maybe we'll answer more questions in the future. But yes, we're both Christians and we love church and community.
Jesus.
Do you plan on having kids? If so, when? Yes.
Does Sandy count?
Does Sandy count? Yeah, Sandy's like our little baby. Yeah, we definitely want kids. Who knows when? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Do you know?
Yeah.
You do? Oh my goodness. No. Literally no. Anyways.
2 kids.
Oh, this is a good question. What? Where did it come from? All right, the next question is, how do you overcome arguments, and what is the most essential part of having a loving relationship? We were talking about this
How
the other
do we
day.
overcome arguments?
We don't argue too much.
No, we're both fairly level-headed. When we do argue, it's generally very like over petty things, and it's a case of like having to take a step back and look at yourself and go like, this isn't worth having an argument over. And we're both like fairly rational in that sense, but if we were
learn how
having
to talk it through. Paddy and I, like, our strong suit would be communication, and that's something I really value in our relationship. And we were talking about this the other day, how we like analyze an argument. Is I would be someone who's very like quick to get over it, like cut you off. I'd just like, let's get on with it, where Paddy really wants to like talk about it and would be a bit more sensitive about the argument, I guess. So I have to learn how to bite my tongue and listen to him talk about it so that I'm not cutting him off, which could make him feel like she doesn't want to hear what I have to say. So it's just finding that balance, which we're pretty good at doing. It never, overcomes more than like
we're still
half an hour. Oh yeah, we're always gonna be learning. It's never gonna just come naturally, because in like that heat of the moment, you just can't really be rational sometimes. But then, in that, it's just not worth it to hold a grudge or anything. Never go to bed angry.
No.
Number 1 tip. And the second part was, what's the essential part of having a loving relationship? And personally, I would think it's sacrifice, always thinking of that other person before yourself, because marriage is one, like you are one. You're not 2 separate people anymore. Yes, you are, but like you're not. I don't think of myself first as much. I'm trying to learn to always put Patrick first. I know it sounds like, oh yeah, I'd always think of that person first, but sometimes in moments it's hard. Not just thinking of like, I don't know, going shopping and like, oh, what would Paddy like to eat? It's a bigger picture than that. So sacrifice.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Not being hungry as well.
Yeah.
That's maybe an answer to the last question.
That's probably
don't be hungry and you don't have arguments.
Yeah, that's a real thing for sure. This is a really good one. Allison Taylor asks, what was your first official date? I would love to know too, Allison. I still have not gone on a first official date with Patrick.
It's still going. That's how good it is. Like, we've been constantly on this one amazing date, and
we maybe Burger Club in Port Stewart? No.
Date? Like,
you didn't like
define date?
I don't think
we went to.
I wasn't in the same country as you. Couldn't like.
Is this like one-on-one? Because we hung out loads one-on-one. We went to coffee shops. We went to like the tourist attractions around here.
I feel like when I came over,
it's just one big date.
We knew we liked each other. I went home. We established that like this was something. Then I came back and we were just kind of dating. So you never took me on a date. I always bug Paddy about that he never really took me on an official date.
Yeah, we did.
Slow mover.
We went on loads of dates. Do you want to go out with me sometime?
Yeah, I'd love to go with you sometime.
Okay. When are you free?
Today? Coffee?
Maybe.
We'll see. Which celebrity do you think your spouse resembles? Love you. I think you look like yourself, but a hint of Jude Law.
Okay. So Jude Law.
I guess so, but I don't know. You just look like Patrick. You're so handsome.
I think you look like Elanna Pecherle, the ex-YouTuber who is now Elanna McGowan.
The amount of times you do not call me by my new surname. I
think Elanna looks like sometimes Scarlett Johansson.
Which she normally says Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Sometimes I think you look like, you kind of have like just a celebrity vibe. Like you could look like any famous person.
Right. Okay.
But she's more beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is a good question. If there would be a sport match between Ireland and Canada, which country would you cheer for? And we did talk about this before, because Paddy would say Ireland and I would say Canada naturally, so we kind of narrowed it down to actual sports.
There's 2 sports. There's ice hockey and there's rugby.
So
if it's ice hockey, we support Canada because Ireland don't have an ice hockey team that I know of. And if it's rugby, it's Ireland. Easy. It's always Ireland.
Okay, next one is, where do you think you'll be in 10 years from now?
10 years.
I'll be 35 and you'll be 38. Ooh, I feel like a lot of people also ask, this can also kind of go with this question, are we staying in Ireland forever? So I guess that would go with our 10-year plan, if we're going to be in Ireland or not. As of the next like 5 years, we'll probably be in Ireland because I do want to get permanent residency, so I would have to stay here for at least 4 more years, is it?
Something like that.
Yeah, I need to be here in like for 5 years in total, so I guess only 3 more years as of September. So definitely the next 5 years we'll be here, and then who knows, like we really don't have a plan of where we're gonna be or
we're not really
like that.
Big planners. We kind of just
we know like the near future,
we
but
do
not
what comes up
far.
as it comes up nearly.
You don't want to plan your life too far in advance, just because things change all the time. You really never know what happens, so
as long as we know our next holiday, then we're fine.
oh my goodness, Sandy will be 10, 11 almost.
Aww.
Do you love your life right now? Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Next.
I love life, especially with Paddy. He's the best. Everyone needs a Paddy. I know you guys are a massive fan of him, and you can kind of gauge from, I know it's just a screen in my YouTube videos and it's just really a snippet of life, but you can really understand the person he is and how amazing and fun and genuine of a person, I guess, he is, that you see, and everyone just loves you so much.
Thank you guys.
How did you get me tea too?
Yeah.
What kind? Let me guess. Who's more likely to sleep in bed all day?
Well, that will be Elanna.
I could honestly
Sleep 24 hours a day.
Yeah. How often do you two have date night? Oh, probably too often. I think we go out way
Every
too
other
much.
night?
Need to chill back on the date nights and just enjoy our home sometimes.
Oh, no.
That's what first year of marriage is, though. You just always are you eating chocolate? Just a wee bit. Oh, this is a really good question, and a couple people asked this actually. What is our love languages? So if you don't know, there's 5 love languages. There's physical touch, words of encouragement, quality time, gifts, and oh, I always forget that 5th one. Acts of service? Yes, acts of service. So there's a book called
There's a book called 5 Love Languages.
And basically it's not religious necessarily, it's just like it is, but it's also everyone has a love language, and
it's a good way of kind of learning
understanding
how someone receives love and how someone shows love.
And the biggest thing I guess that we've learned from it is the way we receive love is, or the way we give love is kind of how we want to receive love. So my biggest love language, I think I'm all 5, and Paddy thinks you can only be like 1 or 2, but I think I'm all of them. But I guess my biggest ones would be words of encouragement and gifts. So I really love encouraging other people and giving gifts to other people, and that's just, I get like a high from doing that. But then Paddy's love languages are acts of service and quality time.
Yeah. And gifts and
when I'm, you know, really trying to express my love through like gifts and saying all these encouraging words, like obviously he loves that, but he wants to be loved in the way he knows how to give love. Does that make sense? So me just spending time with him, like sitting, and we could both be reading, or you're on your laptop or something, almost means more than like buying him, I don't know, a new outfit or something.
I'll take the outfit too.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it means a little bit more in a different way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a bit...
Sometimes you don't even notice, like there's so many times whenever like I'm trying to show Elanna maybe how much I love her by like doing stuff around the house and like, you know,
Which I'm
it's
so
always
thankful for.
doing things, but then I neglect maybe something that you like, saying something to her, which is probably easier, but you know, whenever you're not expecting it or whenever you're wanting to receive it a certain way, then sometimes it's, I don't know, it's again a learning process.
Totally. So yeah, I encourage you to read the book. It's really interesting just to kind of find out what your love languages are, and if you're with someone, your partner's love languages, and then also how to love them through theirs. Obviously, everyone loves love. That's my thing. I love to love. You said it the other night, so don't hate. Okay, so this will be the last question because I'm sure this video is already longer than intended, but someone asked, don't you miss your family in Canada? It's such a long distance. How can you live so far away? And yeah, like I do miss my family and friends all the time. It can be really hard. There was a good chunk of time there in the winter that I really struggled, and I didn't really open up about it publicly, I guess, just because I wanted to keep it more private and it was something a little bit more, I guess, personal. But yeah, I really did struggle with the distance there, and just not having my familiarities and the places I know and the people I know, and just, you know, what I grew up with for 24 years, 23 years. When did I move over? 24 years.
Mostly 24.
So yeah, I definitely struggled there for a while, but having Paddy and just how understanding and caring he was, and just would do anything to make my day better and easier. And through time, obviously, it's been a 180 since feeling that way, and I feel a lot better. But yeah, it definitely can be hard, but I'm here for a reason, and there's purpose to be here, and I'm so thankful for sure. But there's no perfect I don't know, outcome, I guess. We're from different countries, so there's no like easy way to do it, but you just got to get through it, and you just have good community. That's what it really comes down to. You need a good community, and yeah. But yeah, that will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. Oh, Sandy.
Come here.
Oh, sweet lamb.
Who's that over there?
Are you so tired? She like fake sleeps where she's like, oh, that's so good. And then as soon as you like move, she's like, I'm good, I'm awake. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Oh, am I boring you? Thanks, babe, for being in this video and answering questions.
No problem.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!